Welcome to today's show. We're back at another Crappie Masters tournament on Kentucky Lake in Tennessee. We're on the Tennessee side, and joining us today is Mr. Gary Mason, founder of the Legends of the Outdoor Hall of Fame. You got one on?
Wait a minute.
I already got one on. He's also a guide on this lake, as you can tell, and he decided to take us out. And although we're filming the Crappie Masters tournament, we decided to come out and do some brim fishing. As you can tell, they're pretty hot right now this time of year.
That's a good one right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good way to start off the day. I thought I was going to be able to get the first fish, though, man.
I'll let you catch the first one just as soon as I get
after this one. No.
You know, the neat thing about these fish, Cody, is I practice catch and eat.
That's what I practice too. All right. Yeah, we got a really cool show. We actually are going to be keeping our fish. We have a friend of ours that's getting married, so we're going to have a cookout for him. So we're going to take a lot of fish back home. But joining us on the boat today, as well as Mr. Paul Alpers, president of Crappie Masters.
Glad to be here.
And John Mason, another member of Crappie Masters. And we're just going to try to catch a lot of fish, have a good time out here, and then bring you some of the tournament as well. And the good thing about Crappie Masters and filming these tournaments, not only is it the best team tournament, crappie fishing tournament in the nation, but the fellowship's awesome. But you can also learn some really good tips and techniques that are going to help you out, whether it be at a lake near your house, a farm pond near your house, or if you want to get involved with Crappie Masters and be a part of this tournament. Not only you get to catch some really great fish, but you can win some good prizes and some money as well.
I'll tell you what, folks, last but not least, you can find this out and look at it right on Cody and Cody, Revive the Outdoors. We're going to go catch some fish and have some fun. See you later.
The sun's shining on us.
Look here, we got a double.
We go, double.
What's happened to you, John Mason?
I don't have one for long. Hey, I'm going to tell you something. These bluegill got up 3 pounds.
Oh, look here what I got. Looky here what I got.
Wow.
Oh, my. Is this yellow perch? Folks. Looky here, folks. If you have never seen the yellow perch, right there he is. Kentucky Lake's got a lot of those in there, and they're very, very good eating. And if I don't lose him in the water, we're going to have yellow perch for dinner. That looks like a good one, John.
Sorry, I'm trying to fish and keep my eye on John Mason back there.
Right.
Uh-oh, Cody's got one.
Yeah.
I was trying to distract him, but it didn't work.
I got Cody's back up there.
You got Cody's back?
Yeah. Me and Cody are taking care of these up here.
TCB.
Somebody got to take care of it. Oh, look at that. Don't put that on film. That's how you do not do it.
We're going to do tips in a minute. Not to and how to.
That's right.
Oh, man. What a good
Oh,
Look at
nice fit. Look at there. One just about the same size as mine there. I believe Mason's got one on. Oh, my. Feeding frenzy. Birdie one.
He'll be prettier with the hush puppy.
Oh, looky there.
That's right.
Looky there. Be nice if we could get a triple, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. There he
Fish
is.
on.
Good
Fish
one.
on. Well, while Paul's pulling this one in, you know, a lot goes into the Crappie Masters tournaments. Not only from Crappie Masters, but from the surrounding areas, the communities, getting them involved. From everything from getting the tournament set up, not a bad one, to you know, tournament day, weigh-in, and also the kids rodeo as well, which is a big part that we'll get to in a moment. But let's head back on shore and meet up with the owner of Buchanan Resort, as well as Jennifer Wheatley, who runs the commerce here, and see what they have to say about the Crappie Masters tournament in this area.
That's right, folks. We're going to go back in and we're going to meet some fine folks who's very instrumental in getting this tournament here on Kentucky Berkeley Lake. And don't forget, ain't fishing fun.
Well, we're having a great day out on the water, but thought we'd take some time to sit back and talk a little bit about the area that we're fishing in. Paul, this is a great place, definitely a part of Tennessee that I haven't been to yet, but just the lake and being out there in the fishing is just a beautiful lake, a lot of great fish, but there's a little bit more to this area than just the lake. That's
right. You know, the hospitality of this area, Cody, has just been great, and you know, Kentucky Lake here on the Tennessee portion, on the Tennessee side, the folks are just wonderful, and got my good friend here, Gary Mason. Gary.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Cody.
Glad to be here.
And
you got some fine folks here today that's been instrumental besides yourself in getting the tournament here. And why don't you introduce them, and maybe we can all talk a little bit about the beautiful state of Tennessee and Henry County here.
Paul, I'll be glad to. And first and foremost is Miss Jennifer Wheatley, who is our director of the Paris and Henry County Chamber of Commerce. And Jennifer is instrumental in helping bring a lot of tourism to Paris and Henry County and to Northwest Tennessee. And we're glad to have her with us and have her supporting us. And then we also have a very, very dear friend of mine, Mr. John Williams, who is the owner and operator of Buckhannon Resort. It's the longest family-owned resort on Kentucky Lake. I believe John told me y'all had the first license that was ever sold for a boat dock here on Kentucky Lake. So,
you know, let's get back out on the water and see if we can't pull in some good specs and bring some more action from the Kentucky tournament out here in Paris, Tennessee.
This is a good one here, boys.
put your new cricket on.
This is a good one here. Looky here. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Woo!
On a fish that tastes as good as them fried up, there ain't no batteries.
That's right.
I've got 2 fish, 1 assist.
Boy, they're really wanting to do their thing. Look at there.
It's kind of like getting to date the cheerleading team. There ain't no batteries.
No.
Ain't no bad one.
Ain't no batteries.
I done figured this out, Gary.
All right. Come all the way through this.
There we go. There we go. I got you. I got you. Yeah, you kind of just.
All righty. That's a pretty one, John. Pretty one. You get him,
Fish
boy.
on.
Hey, you got him.
There we go.
He only
Feels-
took that cork under about 3 feet.
Before I realized that he was taking it under.
Boy, I get to give Cody a hard time. Oh, that's a pretty one there, Cody. That's a nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Hey, I can take a hard time as long as I'm catching. You know,
That
it's
is a
when
very pretty
you start missing
rim
all
right
of them.
there.
Let's go back on land and meet up. Paul Alper's got the opportunity to talk with Wade Mansfield, who's part of Team Angler, American Angler. And they've got some new products coming out that we may be able to try out before we head back home.
That's
for
right.
fish fry.
That's right.
Fish fry.
Well, folks, here we are at Kentucky Lake at Paris, Tennessee. I've got my good friend with me, Wade Mansfield with Grizzly Jigs, and he's also one of our Bass Pro, Crappie Pro fishermen, American Angler team. Tell us a little bit about what it's meant to you out here and traveling the circuit. You've been all over the country this year. This is about our, I think, 12th or 13th tournament.
Yep.
But American Angler's been on board with us from the very start, and they got some new and upcoming products coming out, and they're also helping now the crappie fishermen out here on the trail.
Well, the biggest thing is, as you can see the boat, it really stands out. You know, we cruise down the highway, people stop, honk, wave, yell at us all the time. We travel probably from Oklahoma to South Carolina, as far north as Iowa. We've been down south. It looks like we're headed to Florida. We've already been down in Alabama and everywhere. It's been a great deal. They've been real good to us, and they also have a lot of new products out this year. A couple of the big things, American Angler has the Ginsu line, Ginsu Outdoors, which all falls under the American Angler, and they also have a new line of hunting knives coming out. Not only just in their fishing stuff, but they went to 2 or 3 different manual fillet knives, and they also broke that into the hunting side of it also. The blades are a little smaller, they're a lot sharper, they're good for skinning, deboning, and stuff like that.
Folks, if you're interested in getting into the tournament fishing, it's a lot of fun. It's family oriented, but if you want to get into it to a level to where you can get into the shrink wrap programs, Wade here can tell you a whole lot about it, or you can contact us, of course, at Crappie Masters at 573-280-8020. That's my number. And, you know, we'll let you know all about it. Check our website out, crappiemasters.net. And we have a lot of fun, don't we, Wade?
We do.
I tell you what, I see Tim Huffman coming down. He's the editor of Crappie Magazine. Come on down there for a minute, Tim. Tim, tell the folks a little bit about what we're trying to do with the magazine and what's going on with it.
Okay, our magazine, the prime purpose is to feature our fishermen who's out on the circuit and working hard to do good in the tournaments. The other thing, teach them how to fish.
Well, I tell you what, we appreciate you very much.
Well, I appreciate being
Wade,
able to
I
do.
wish you the best of luck in the tournament. And let's get on this beautiful lake and see if we can't catch some of these beautiful Kentucky lake crappie.
Well, here's a little tip, and probably even work if you're doing crappie fishing. But just to kind of battle this wind, we're going to add a little bit of weight on there. Double up on the split shots a little bit. And then hopefully I'll get my line back in the water before Paul catches all the fish out of this spot. Fish on.
Fish on. They sure do fight. Come on in here to Papa. That's the way you do it, Cody.
Paul, you know one thing, we're fishing these bluegill beds right here, but I've got crappie beds here within 15 yards of us too. I catch crappie and bluegill.
Another nice little brim. Uh-oh. John set the hook on that one.
Oh.
You'd have thought he had a largemouth. I'm gonna go out there and get me one.
Probably pulling in old boots.
There's one.
There we go.
What if we get a triple? Now, wouldn't that be something if we could get a triple?
Hey, today it wouldn't surprise me, really. It would not surprise me.
Well, I'll tell you something else too. You know, I love to catch these fish. They're my favorite fish.
Hey, look at that one.
I crappie fish a lot, but they're my favorite fish. And you know, anytime you can bring a child out here to fish with you, we brought Paul today instead of, but anytime you can bring a child with you, you can have a world of fun with kids on these fish right here.
Well, let me tell you something, Gary. I'm just like a child out here today.
Hey, I am too. I just went back to about 5 years old and I'm having a great time.
If you quit this when you grow up, I don't ever want to grow up.
That's it.
He's putting the pressure on. But while I try to pull in another fish, let's head on out. We're going to meet up with some of the teams that are fishing in the tournament, see how they're pulling in crappie. I think it's going to be a good day for them. We're going to even ask them and talk about some tips and techniques while they're out on the water. That's a really cool thing about watching a crappie tournament, as you can visually see, especially with the number of rods they have out, the different ways that they're fishing. And they got to have a big arsenal, if you will, to be able to go out, because there's been some tournaments that you go out spider rigging one day, and then given the weather, if it's rained a lot or if the wind's real heavy, they kind of got to change some techniques up a little bit to be able to pull those fish in and win tournaments and get them some money in their pocket, hopefully. But I think it's going to be a good one, so let's meet up on the water and we'll go around and see how the Crappie Masters tournament on Kentucky Lake goes. Well, we finally made our way up to Mr. Bill Broswell. He's a guy that fishes this circuit and usually does pretty well. And as you can tell, he's got some fish on. He's been running this bank, spider rigging, and pulling in some nice fish. But we just got out on the water, and joining me today is Mr. Tyler Mason and David Mitchell, two young guys, which is what I like to get out in the boat with. They know this lake really well. I think it's going to be a good day. Now, one thing that we'll see, and you can see that Bill's doing, is he's spider rigging. And what they'll do is they'll locate these fish, spin it a little bit off the bank, so it's not coming out of the spawn, and they'll just cover an area and pretty much just run it, hitting those schools or pocket of schools of these crappie, and hopefully picking them up as they go along. But there's a lot of water area to cover in this lake, and a lot of nice fish. But let's head back out and see if we can't meet up with some other crappie fishermen and find out who's going to win this 2008 Bass Pro Shop Crappie Masters Tournament out here on Kentucky Lake in Tennessee. Well, as you can see, we approach another boat and they're spider rigging, and typically the best thing is spider rigging. Now the water's still calm, but you can cover a lot of area real slow, stay in the strike zone longer, and when the wind picks up like it is in the actually main part of the lake, and we'll probably do so throughout the rest of the day, you'll see a couple of different techniques that the boats like to use. And one of them is they'll drag chains or weight, besides an anchor that can get hung up, but just something to slow them down a little bit more so they can cover a lot more area in the time they have. Like I said, you'll see these guys and they'll run a bank and then turn right back around and run it again. And what the advantage to spider rigging is, you have, in Crappie Masters you have up to 8 rods out per team, and you can adjust the depth to where the fish are, and you can just cover a lot more area and hopefully pick up a lot more fish. Well, we've approached another boat, and as you can tell, the wind's starting to pick up. It's a little choppier in this area. We don't have the protection of the trees like we had, but luckily they're in a pretty big boat, which can kind of be a double-edged sword. A bigger boat, you got a lot more stability, but it can catch wind and start blowing you. So these guys really know how to work a trolling motor. So they know the settings to put it on to kind of stay, like I said, above the fish for a longer time, stay in the strike zone longer. Also, when it comes to crappie fishing, you're fishing schools of fish, and they can be suspended in a kind of a variety, if you will, of depth of water. And one thing you got to keep in mind, the fish feed up, for the most part, especially crappie. And here you're fishing line bait. They're pushing these baits with a spider rig. They're fishing like a 9-foot rod. And you want to use a thinner line so it cuts through the water. Because what can happen is if you use a thicker line, it'll actually push that bait up, and it'll give it an unnatural presentation. Because these fish, they feed up, you want to set your rods at a variety of depths, and you want to really pay attention to where you're marking fish on your depth finder. And you may have fish suspended at from 8 to 10 feet. So you don't want to drop all your rods 10 feet. You want to put them more at a 7 to 9. So you can't push through those schools and pick up some fish as you go along. But we'll see if these guys can't pick up some fish. But let's head back up. Be back up with Mr. Paul Alpers, John Mason, and Gary Mason, and myself. We did some brim fishing. We're catching a pretty good amount of fish. So let's head back, see if we can't pull in some nice fish, and then we'll be back out on the water with some tournament fishermen. And hopefully we'll get some big slabs pulled in today. He obeyed a choice. And now this is a soft shell cricket. Good old soft shell cricket. And one of the things that Gary went over with me is when you're hooking them, you want to hook them behind the head, and then have the hook actually come out through the back end. And what it does is gives a very good presentation on, you know, if this cricket was in the water without any weight.
Something that we're doing.
John,
all right.
We're using these little bitty Charlie Burr jig heads rather than using just a hook and a split shot, because these fish don't usually swallow that jig head. Something about that jig head, they don't swallow it down in their throat, where when you use a hook in a cricket, they'll get it down in their throat. But these, they tend to not get it no further than just their mouth.
Right, right.
So it makes it easy to get the hook out.
Look at Paul go.
And he's in the boat.
All right.
He don't like it either.
You're gonna like it less this afternoon.
Yeah.
And looky here, boys.
Fish on.
I even saved my cricket.
Hey,
Let's see if you can get 2 uses out of him. Hey, I hope your legs.
That's a nice one there.
I hope your legs don't get tired, Paul, for carrying me on your back.
It's all right.
That is a pretty nice.
You're catching on, though. You're catching on. There he is.
you drug that right there.
There we go. I'll throw him over you. Right there.
But I don't know that I'll let you get ahead of me, though.
Hey,
Looky here. Look, now, boys, there's a fish there.
there was coming
I
time.
got to let you see the color of this fish. Now, this is what you call a hand-sized, pan-sized bluegill.
Kentucky Lake, Tennessee's Kentucky Lake bluegill right there. Line that you can see. And that does 2 things for me. Number one, I think the fish are attracted to chartreuse. Crappie and bluegill are attracted to chartreuse. So when that line comes through the water, we've heard all your life that you don't want the fish to see your line. Well, in the case of crappie and bluegill, I want them to see my line because I believe they get attracted to the line. They're looking at it, then all of a sudden here comes the bait. So they're already creeping up on it. But the really reason that I use it more than anything else is because my old eyes can see it.
Right.
I can actually see you have a bite before you feel it in the handle here.
Right. Like right there.
Just like
Yep.
that. I'll see that line jump.
There's a double.
And when I see that line jump, I can tell one of my customers, hey, you got one. And they'll look at me after they pull the fish in, they'll say, how do you know I had a fish? And I'll tell them, well, I
See
seen
that line. And that's what we're pulling in. Not a bad fish.
There's another one.
Oh, double. Get that in there.
All right. Look
Well,
at
Gary,
boys,
definitely-
we might have something here
Definitely,
now.
thank you for that one. We got
This one.
we got doubles going on and everything.
Paul's got a monster on. He don't know what he's got on.
Let's see what we got. Oh, is that a crappie?
Oh, no,
Look.
easy with it.
Whoa.
Big black. Oh, that's a red-eared sunfish.
Yep.
Cracker.
Got him?
Now this is
All
a
right,
treat.
looky
Look at
there.
this.
Oh, my.
Woo! Meet up on the water, and we'll go around and see how the Crappie Masters tournament on Kentucky Lake goes. We've been doing a pretty good job catching bluegill, but the tournament guys have been doing a pretty good job catching crappie. We just approached the Team American Angler boat with Mr. Wade Mansfield. And, as you can see, we just talked with him and Paul Alpers about the shrink wrap program and the new products that American Angler has coming out this year. And just a very dynamic team. He's fishing by himself, I believe, today, but definitely they're always out here and always a contender, always in the money, it seems like. But just a very cool shrink wrap program, and hopefully we'll get it closer to see if he has been doing pretty good there. Well, we're still cruising around. It looks like it's kind of slowed down a little bit, getting out of that morning bite. But as you can see, these two gentlemen are fishing out of a nitro boat. We're gonna head back in and try to pick up some more bluegill that we've been catching with Mr. Paul Alpers, John Mason, and Gary Mason. It's been a great trip for us out there catching those bluegills and those shell crackers. Then we're gonna head back into the weigh-in. While we're at Got him. Fish on.
I need one of them.
Well, like all those kids out
I
there,
need
they
one
were
of them
catching
professional
fish.
bobbers.
We're still out here pulling them in. I think this is actually a better one. Oh, come here. Come here, buddy. Yeah, I saw. I don't know if it's a shell cracker, but it's a pretty good fish. Looky there. There we go.
Oh yeah, there it is. You got one too.
Don't know if it's quite as good as Paul's was, but it's pretty good.
You got another one of them bobbers, Gary?
There you go. Ho, ho, ho.
Ooh.
Where?
Come here, fishy.
Oh yeah, I see.
Man, I believe yours will outweigh Paul.
Oh, I think it will too.
Not a chance.
Oh,
There you go, Paul.
I got one.
see, doesn't it look bigger? Doesn't it look bigger?
John didn't even let it sit up and it was gone. That might be a shell cracker.
Good shell cracker, John.
It's a shell cracker.
John got a shell cracker.
All right, everybody's got one now. Oh, look out now.
I might ought to come back here tomorrow and make a living.
I believe this could be a shell cracker too.
Should I shorten that down a little bit?
Yeah.
Man, that was fighting, folks. Fighting.
Male or female there, Gary?
That's female.
Fighting, folks. This got to be a good one. Oh, look at this fish.
Ooh.
That is a heck of a brim now. Look at that fish right there, folks.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about, that's more than hand size.
Yeah.
More than
That may
hand
be a
size.
meal in itself, really.
Hey, now we're loading the boat.
Oh. From Papa.
My cricket's getting away from me. He's running.
Oh, that's nice.
Just beautiful fish, you
That's
know.
female fish there, isn't it?
No, that's a male.
Is that a male? There he is.
That didn't take long.
That there's moving. I don't know how big he is. Well, Cody, we're loading the boat here with brim on Kentucky Lake. The crappie anglers are out there competing today, trying to catch some big old slab crappie. We're going to the weigh-in. We'll be right back to see who's going to win a total purse of $12,000 in cash,
Woo.
plus prizes.
Maybe I should have joined the tournament. Let's see if we can check it out. Well, we made it to the weigh-in, and the specifics for the weigh-in for every Crappie Masters tournament is, especially for this is a major tournament, it's a national qualifier. Top 20 places qualify, but you can weigh in 7 fish. Now you can keep as many as the state allow, which I believe the limit here is 15. But you can weigh in 7. If you take any more, you're going to be disqualified. But you got 7 fish, and you can call just like a regular tournament. Right now, first place plays out $5,000. They pay out $12,000 in cash and prizes. And like I said, top 20 qualify for the Classic, in which you'll win 2 boats, a Toyota truck for second place. Just a great tournament trail. So let's stick around and see who pulls this one off.
Keith Cole, always written, give him a great big hand. Third place, $1,250.
11.77. Shannon Gore and Mike Smith.
$2,500. Come on up here, guys. John Woods and Tracy McIntosh. Come on up here, guys.
$5,000.
$5,000.
11.91.
Big fish is 252.
What do these boys put in a day?
And not only that, they're going to
Nitro
get the bonus. They're going to get the bonus from Nitro, which is another $3,000. These guys are going to win almost $9,000 today in cash and prizes.
Well, the weigh-in is finished, and we're here with the first place team, Woods and McIntosh, in front of the official truck of the 2008 Bass Pro Shop Crappie Masters, the Toyota Tundra. And guys, just a great day on the water. I know it was rough out there. It was windy for us filming, and we just so happened to get on y'all while y'all were fishing, and y'all were hand fishing, vertical jigging, I believe, over some suspended structure. How often have y'all fished this way? Quite a bit? Quite a bit. Well, definitely, thanks for being a part of Bass Pro Shop Crappie Masters. I know we've seen y'all out on a variety of the different tournaments that we've been able to film, and congratulations. I mean, it's just unbelievable that you can go out on a crappie fishing tournament on a circuit like this in one of the major qualifiers and go out and win over $9,000 fishing with the Nitro boat, plus all the other incentive programs they got, plus winning first. Just definitely congratulations, y'all, and hope to see y'all at some more tournaments, as well as the Championship Classic at the Monroe or Harris Channel Lakes in Tavares, Florida. It's going to be a good one, and don't spend all that money in one place, gentlemen. Hope y'all win some more. Keep catching them big old slabs. And we'll see you next time. For more information about Crappie Masters, go to crappiemasters.net. Until next time, remember, stay outdoors.